Hello everyone, and welcome to this Watch First video for schooltechnology.org, and this is the Tech Integration Workshop. My name is Brad Flickinger, and I work as a tech teacher here in Colorado, as well as a tech integration specialist. I get to go all throughout the US and Canada, helping schools and school districts embed and incorporate technology skills as well as 21st century skills into their curriculum. Now, where you're at right now is my blog. It's a result of the work that I do when I work with teachers and districts. Of all the little ideas that I get, things that work, things that don't work, I've decided to start recording it mostly in a video blog format. And what you're part of right now is this tech integration workshop where when I've worked with districts, they said, hey, could you bundle that all together and tell us exactly what steps you do? So I was able to write it all down and I got the 12 steps all figured out. And this is what I do every time I go work with school districts. And that's where you're at right now, is my blog that has all this information on it. Now, you should be the person for your building or your district that is in charge of technology. And these people go by lots of different names. Media tech specialists, tech integration specialist, building tech coordinator, all these different things. But basically it all comes down to the same thing. You're in charge of the technology for both either your building or for your district. Now, you might be a teacher or an administrator sneaking into this course, and that's great. So you'll get a lot out of this workshop as well, but it really is meant for those people that are kind of the go-to people when it comes to technology for schools. Now, the first thing you should really do is bookmark or follow this blog. If you already have a Google account, you can just click the follow blog button, but really you need to know where this is so you can come back and check back on it often. So that's item number one. Item number two is set up a time and a reminder. So put a post-it note on your screen or something to come back here a few days from now or a week from now so you can keep going through the course. The workshop is 12 steps long. So you want to set up time to be able to work on it every week. Now, some people, when they see all the different steps in this workshop, they think, I just really need to go to step 8 or do step 3. You know what? Try not to cheat. Okay, don't cheat with this. Just start with step 1 and do all those steps or the action items that I tell you in each step, because I build upon them from step to step. And in step 8, I'm going to be referring to things that we've done in the previous 7 steps. So some of this might be a review for some of you, and others it might be totally new ideas. So I work really quick through it. These are short little videos that I do, but try your best not to cheat. You will get much more out of the program if you just follow it along. And some people ask me, they're like, Brad, how long is this going to take? And they see 12 steps and they think, 12 weeks, I can get this done. Well, the reality is some steps take very little time at all. You got to order a couple of books, join a few NINGs, might take you an hour. Other steps are going to take you weeks and maybe even a month or two to do. A step like meeting with teachers and embedding technology into curriculum, that could take a lot of time. So for the whole course, if you can put in a couple of hours a week, you should probably get through this in 6 to 7 months of getting through all these steps. But at the end, it's going to be great because you're going to have all this technology embedded and incorporated into your schools. Now, I'm going to just assume that you've got great tech skills, because on my steps, I'm just going to say things like download and install iTunes on your computer. Well, I'm not going to hold your hand and tell you every little button you need to click on. You're going to obviously know how to do those type of things. So I'm not going to waste your time. Now, the reality is you can't really get through this program without spending some money. So I hope you've got some professional development money or some building budget money that you can spend on the books that I recommend, the subscriptions that I recommend, those type of things. It's not money for me. It's money for these things that you need to have to make you a great tech integration specialist. Because like any course you take at university, you need to have curriculum, you need books, you need those type of things. And I'm going to be recommending those. Now, also that goes hand in hand with the fact that I'm very opinionated when it comes to school technology and 21st century skills. So I'm going to tell you exact brands that I use when it comes to hardware and software, product names, wikis that I use, books that I read. So I'm very opinionated, and you're going to get that throughout this whole course. And try to follow along, try to get exactly what I tell you to do, because I've been testing it in the schools that I've worked with and in my own school every day. So, work around that. And I'm sorry if I offend some of you, and I'm sorry if I say I don't like products that you maybe love, and we can maybe talk about that later in the feedback slide that comes up. But that's the reality. I'm going to be recommending actual products for you to buy. And now, since we are talking about school technology changes. So under each lesson should be a little area that says updates to this video, and I'll put in there if I've changed my mind on a wiki that maybe you should be subscribing to, or there's a new something that comes along like a new podcast, I'll just put it down there. So check that. And then if it gets to be too much, I might just re-record the screencast or the presentation about that. But always check for changes because things happen, especially in technology. Now, this is also the funnest since you can watch me in high def. And I've recorded these and uploaded them to YouTube, and they are available in 720p. So go ahead and change that if you want to. Now, I didn't do this so you could just, count the hairs on my beard or something, but really, I know that some people use this for professional development to go up in front of a group of 6 or 7 building tech people. And so they'll put it up on the screen. And so this is nice. So you're not going to see it all pixelated and blurry, but you can actually watch it in high def up on a big screen. So that's why I've really done it. But if you're just watching it on your computer, the 360p is just fine. Now you will need, obviously, a computer, broadband internet. Headphones are a really good idea since most of this is done with a video blog, so you can listen to me privately. And, probably a notebook and obviously maybe a folder in your My Documents called the Tech Integration Workshop, just so you can download PDFs and keep things organized in that way. So you need to set things up on your end. And if you come across anything that you would like to see included in this workshop, go ahead and send me an email. Just right there on my profile side of this blog, has the contact information, and you can send me your ideas as well as feedbacks and your opinions on what I'm doing. And if there's any typos or anything like that, send it back to me. The quality of this work is very, very important to me. So please participate and give me feedback on any of your ideas that you have. All right, now we're just down to the last 2 slides. So down below this video is a link to a pre-assessment. It's a short little pre-assessment. So go ahead and take that pre-assessment. And it's kind of like where your tech skills are as far as tech integration. And then when we're done the 12 courses, the 12 steps, then you will take the post-assessment. And so you can just see growth. And it's private. It's just for you. So go ahead and take it and file it away. But it just gives you an idea to think about as we move through this course. And then the last thing, and this is the most important thing, is download that PDF that has the checklist for this course so that you can follow along from step to step and make sure that you're getting every point done. That's the only way this works, is we've got to go through this and make sure that you accomplish every one of the action items and you learn every one of those points that are under the, understanding part, that you understand these different concepts and those type of things. So go ahead and download that, print it, and get ready to come back. And hey, let's right now go off to step 1 and let's get started. So once again, my name is Brad Flickinger, and this is my blog, schooltechnology.org, and I will see you in step 1.